The tragic shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas has ignited a fierce debate over the power of words and their real-world consequences. But here's where it gets controversial. Are prominent Democrats fueling anti-ICE sentiment with their rhetoric, potentially contributing to a dangerous environment for law enforcement officers? This question is at the heart of a growing backlash against members of the Squad and other leading Democrats, who are accused of using inflammatory language that Trump administration officials claim has led to the demonization and dehumanization of ICE agents. The timing of this criticism couldn't be more stark. Just days after the Department of Homeland Security reported a staggering 1,000% increase in assaults against ICE agents in the line of duty, a gunman identified as 29-year-old Joshua John opened fire on an ICE field office in Dallas. The attack left one person dead, two injured, and the shooter himself dead by suicide. Authorities discovered ammunition at the scene etched with the words anti-ICE, raising alarming questions about the motivations behind the violence. And this is the part most people miss. While the attack itself is undeniably horrific, the aftermath has revealed a deep divide in how politicians and the public perceive ICE and its role in enforcing immigration laws. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt bluntly called on Democrats to stop demonizing the heroic men and women of ICE who are just doing their jobs to keep Americans safe. Yet in the hours and days following the shooting, several Democrats took to social media to double down on their anti-ICE stance. For instance, Representative Nikki Budzinski, D.I.L., accused ICE of conducting dangerous and reckless immigration operations, claiming that masked agents trample on due process, indiscriminately arrest our neighbors, and threaten immigrant communities. Similarly, Senator Mark Warner, D.V., in a since-deleted post, criticized ICE for targeting individuals during routine activities like dropping off children at daycare. These statements, while reflecting genuine concerns about immigration enforcement practices, have been seized upon by critics as evidence of a broader pattern of rhetoric that vilifies ICE agents. But here's the counterpoint that rarely gets airtime. Many Democrats argue that their criticism is not aimed at ICE agents as individuals, but at the policies and practices they are tasked with enforcing. For example, Senator Elizabeth Warren, D.Mass., accused ICE of intentionally stoking fear and tearing communities apart by targeting individuals with no criminal record and using aggressive tactics like unmarked vans and breaking car windows. Senator Dick Durbin, D.I.L., echoed these sentiments, claiming that ICE is arresting first and asking questions later, particularly targeting individuals based on their appearance or accent. This nuanced perspective, however, often gets lost in the heated debate. Critics of the Democrats' rhetoric point to instances where specific accusations against ICE have been contested. For example, Representative Ilhan Omar, D-Min, reposted a story accusing ICE agents of using a 5-year-old autistic child as bait to catch her father, a claim that Homeland Security later disputed. Such incidents, whether true or not, contribute to a narrative that paints ICE agents as ruthless enforcers rather than public servants. So, where do we draw the line? Is it possible to critique immigration policies without dehumanizing the individuals tasked with enforcing them? And what responsibility do politicians and the media have in ensuring that their words do not inadvertently incite violence? These are the questions that need to be asked and answered if we are to move forward in a way that respects both the rule of law and the dignity of all individuals, regardless of their immigration status. The Department of Homeland Security has called for an end to the dehumanization of ICE agents, emphasizing that they are fathers and mothers, sons and daughters who are simply doing their jobs. DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin warned that the current rhetoric is leading to doxing and targeting of ICE agents and their families, a chilling reminder of the real-world consequences of inflammatory language. Former President Donald Trump weighed in on Truth Social, demanding that Democrats stop this rhetoric against ICE and America's law enforcement right now. His statement underscores the deep political divide on this issue. But it also raises a critical question. Can we have a constructive conversation about immigration reform without resorting to language that demonizes those involved in enforcement? Here's the bottom line. The Dallas shooting is a tragic reminder of the stakes involved in this debate. While it's essential to hold government agencies accountable for their actions, the way we talk about ICE and its agents matters. Words have power, the power to inform, to inspire, but also to incite. As we grapple with the complex issues surrounding immigration and law enforcement, let's challenge ourselves to engage in a dialogue that is both critical and compassionate. After all, the safety and well-being of our communities depend on it. Now, we turn it over to you. Do you think Democrats' rhetoric against ICE has gone too far? Or is it a necessary critique of problematic policies? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going in a way that respects all perspectives.